Episode 12 begins with a kiss between Sanha and Ju-won. He asks her if, after the kiss, she still believes they can't be together. Ju-won tries to deny it, but her reasons are tied to fear of her parents and Raejum. This makes Sanha happy because he realizes she isn't denying her feelings. She likes him too. On his way home, Sanha is dazed by the impact of the kiss, and Raejum notices his flushed face. Meanwhile, Ju-won is glowing and spends the night unable to sleep. They exchange goodnight messages, showing their growing connection. The next day, Sanha calls to let her know he's on his way to Ju-won's bakery. She gets excited to see him, and the two share breakfast together. Sanha becomes more affectionate with Ju-won, but at that moment, some former schoolmates who now work at the hospital arrive. One, who didn't know them back then, comments on the flirting vibe between them, while the others deny it, saying they're just family. Ju-won asks Sanha to keep the truth hidden since her parents and Raejum don't know about them yet. Meanwhile, Jumji is worried, and Dae-wook tries to find out why. Jumji reveals he met Raejum's mother, who now owns a beauty salon in Busan. He says she mentioned having killed someone, explaining her absence all these years. Dae-wook suggests it might have been self-defense or an accident, but Jumji is considering reuniting Raejum with his mother, even though she prefers to observe him from afar to avoid problems. Both fear how Raejum will react if he finds out his mother is so close. Elsewhere, Dal goes on a blind date. She dresses sloppily to discourage her suitor, but he still finds her pretty. Raejum arrives dressed to impress, leaving Dal mesmerized. They stage a romantic scene in front of the man, and Dal declares her love for Raejum, though we know she's being honest. After the show, Raejum praises her acting. Dal realizes he truly believed she was pretending. At that moment, a real estate agent informs Raejum that the property he wanted has been sold. Dal is shocked to learn it was worth 800 million won. Raejum explains he wanted to buy the building for Jumji, and Dal suggests he ask his father what he really wants, as a gift chosen by the recipient would be more meaningful. Inspired, Raejum thanks Dal and promises to treat her to a meal. He rushes to tell Jumji, but Jumji gets upset, saying he never wanted Raejum to work so hard to repay him. He insists all he wants is to see Raejum happy, like any father, and asks him to leave. Disheartened, Raejum talks to Dal again, who explains that Jumji only wants to protect him, showing how much he's loved. She suggests he apologize to his father but wait a bit to give him time. Growing closer to Dal, Raejum starts valuing her advice. The chemistry between them is undeniable. Meanwhile, Mrs. Sanim tells Jumji that any father would be proud of a son who works hard to gift him a building, emphasizing Raejum's honest efforts. Dae-wook and his friend research Raejum's modeling work, and Jumji begins to regret being so harsh with him. Due to the rain, Sanha catches a cold, and Ju-won, upon hearing this, rushes to take care of him. She finds him sick in his room and insists on helping, even though he tries to hide his medicine. She looks after him and keeps watch in the living room until he falls asleep. In the morning, Sanha wakes up beside her, and they both admit they missed each other. The next day, Sanha feels better, and they have breakfast together. Meanwhile, Jumji and Dae-wook see photos of Raejum modeling, realizing he didn't struggle too much to earn money. Feeling proud, Jumji shares the photos in the family group and even decorates the restaurant with them, attracting customers with free pancakes to celebrate Raejum's success. Raejum feels happy to see his father so proud. Elsewhere, Dae-wook meets Sanha's mother, but the conversation doesn't go well as she selfishly believes Sanha will return to Seoul with her. Annoyed, Dae-wook leaves. Dal and Ju-won visit Jumji's restaurant, but Dal receives a call from her mother complaining about her behavior on the blind date. Rajam overhears and feels guilty. He watches her, worried, or maybe smitten. Ju-won also tries to cheer Dal up. While helping Jumji in the kitchen, Rajam receives a message from his aunt with his mother's location. He decides to visit her and, upon seeing her smile, recalls the past but doesn't have the courage to approach her. Later, Ju-won and Sanha prepare for a date when they find a sad Rajam. He reveals he saw his mother in Busan but didn't feel ready to confront her. Ju-won suggests he ask why she abandoned him, but Rajam admits he's not prepared to hear the answer. Ju-won and Sanha visit Rajam's mother's salon and are surprised to find Jumji there. Meanwhile, Sanha's mother arrives at his apartment. At the salon, Ju-won confronts Rajam's mother, revealing how her abandonment made him feel like a burden. Rajam's mother shocks everyone by kneeling, saying she only wants her son to have a normal life, a stark contrast to Sanha's mother, who seems intent on making his life miserable. Did you like it? Stay tuned for the next episode summary, and don't forget to subscribe and like the channel.